Good Monday morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Jazz Borgonzo here, another episode of What's Next, your daily dose of common sense and facts. Well, doesn't it seem, or maybe it's just me, or maybe it's just the time of day that the groomer has taken an uptick as of late instead of dying off because of how, demonic forces are being exposed and being mocked. But yet, no, they've kicked it up a notch. So much so that a number of stories have come out in the last, I would say easily the last week. And of course, what has gone viral is a story I did yesterday in regards to a trans club with parents, their children, and of course them handing out dollar bills and making it rain. But that wasn't the only one. Now, this is something that I haven't done in a while. And it's been a long while since I've done one of these. And this is in case you missed it. Let's take a look. This comes out of the Blaze. Fired Disney Channel actor sentenced to federal prison for trying to meet a 13-year-old for sex. Yes, Groomergate alive and well. There's the piece of trash. Former Disney Channel actor Stoney Westmoreland was sentenced to 2 years in federal prison for attempting to lure a minor to have sex with him. Westmoreland had faced a 10-year prison sentence for the charge of enticement of a minor over the internet, but copped a plea deal because, of course, he did, with prosecutors to the lesser charge using interstate facilities to transmit information about a minor, according to Deadline. He is required to comply with DNA collection and must register as a sex offender. The actor's computers and electronic devices are subject to random searches. He must report all online access he uses to communications, including email and social media, as part of the plea deal. Westmoreland is prohibited from contact with minors without adult supervision. On December 13th, 2018, Westmoreland, who played a grandfather on Disney Channel sitcom Andy Mack, don't know, don't care, allegedly met a 13-year-old boy on Grindr, the self-described world's largest social network app for the alphabet people. Westmoreland reportedly shared explicit photos with the teen on the alphabet hookup app. Wow. We go from that to this. Woman writing for Fatherly, yes, a website called Fatherly, says absolutely take your kids to pride parades despite the public nudity and the kink. Last year, it was covered at the conclusion of Pride Month. The Washington Post promoted Lauren Morello, who took her kids to pride parades, comparing them to the kinksters. She also stripped her of the children of their biological sex. Yeah, stripped them of their identities. Being that they're so tolerant, describing one of her children last year as an 8-year-old they. Such promoting the exposing children to the kink at pride parades was not just a one-time thing from last year in a column for a particularly leftist publication, it turns out. Excuse me. She tweeted, pride parades and the pride festivals are following are noisy and crowded. They're filled with sites that may be new to kids, like public nudity and kink. So is it appropriate to take your young kids to these alphabet parades? She answers right back, considering the benefits of all your families, including seeing other alphabet families like yours, or showing up as an ally for your family members that are straight and, of course, made up words like cisgender, the answer is absolutely. I read the article piece so you don't have to, and it's not only as bad as you think it would be, it's worse. The only reason for the hesitation expressed in this piece because they're, quote, new things. It's certainly not that children should not be exposed to public nudity and kink, or that such behavior is unseemly in a public setting, or that to be so vocal about this promotion is to be vocally in support of grooming. Associate Professor of Family Social Sciences, Jennifer McGuire, University of Minnesota, has been private celebrations across the world with her family, from Tucson to Amsterdam. McGuire, of course, a lesbian, always prepped her kids for the possible adult content beforehand. After a few events, the kids knew to expect nudity and other surprises. Yes, because if you expose them to trash long enough, they'll accept it as the norm. They had just learned to laugh and enjoy things, like they were Beanie Babies with giant penises on them. For a fourth and fifth grade kid, of course, that's super funny. Yes, because they see it all the time. The benefit to her family was always outweighed of any potential downside, McGuire said, because they could see how many other alphabet families were there in the community around the world. They don't necessarily get that from their swimming teams or drama clubs and school, she says. That's it. Gilligan's piece contains 2 measly paragraphs out of 15 addressing the main and very real concern. The rest of the piece mostly discusses the history of Pride Month, how to introduce pride to children through books, exposing them to this trash, and more kid-friendly, quote-unquote, appropriate events at Pride parades, such as free snacks and beat-it necklaces. Fowler promoted the piece via a length thread to excerpts on Twitter as the Gilligan, who wrote in her tweet, "Say gay as loud as you can." We go from that trash to sports. Yes, sports is always happy. This coming out of Breitbart. The NFL, Carolina Panthers, add first trans member to their cheer squad. Yes, the NFL has gone tranny madness. The Carolina Panthers have announced the addition of its first trans NFL cheerleader. Yes, because we're so progressive, so inclusive, so diverse. Justin Simone Lisney has made the Panthers' top cats cheerleading squad, according to new squad members' Instagram post. Quote, "Cats out of the bag. You are looking at the newest member of the Carolina Panthers' top cats cheerleading squad. The first trans dude." Lindsay wrote on Instagram, "I would like to thank the beautiful and talented dancers who supported me along the way. Alumni, Top Cats family, and friends for your love and support." Yes. Again, welcome to the clown show that is 2022. Top Cats did not announce that 29-year-old Lindsay was trans. Basically, it's a dude. But according to The Spun, squad noted that Lindsay was trans from the outset. "My goal is to create a team of individuals that are absolutely on fire on the field, but are incredibly human beings in the locker room. Good friends, good people. And at the end of the day, you have to walk through the door first to get to that spot." Top Cats director Chandelier Lenoir told BuzzFeed News. Several NFL cheerleading squads have hired male members, but it appears that Lindsay is the NFL's first openly male member. Lindsay did not post to tell followers trying out for the squad ahead of time. "I was so scared," Lindsay told BuzzFeed. "There were just some things you can't post. I am happy because I was able to break down that door and tell people, hey, we're not just sexual beings." Lindsay concluded, "We're actual human beings who want to better ourselves. I felt like, why not tell the world, hey, listen, this is a great accomplishment." First, is anybody surprised about Disney groomers? Really? Is anybody surprised? A number of them, at least as far as I know, at least 8 to 10 who have worked with Disney in the past have charges filed against them or have been sentenced to prison terms. And of course, this guy Westmoreland is just the latest. Satan, again, takes no holiday. Then you have the article on fatherly. Well, of course, like I said, I did not know this woman from Adam, nor do I care. But the fact of the matter is that you are exposing children to this trash, to this demonic, evil trash, is what bothers the hell out of me. I don't give a what you do. But the second you expose any child under the age of 18 to this nonsensical alphabet garbage, you are not fit to be a parent. And last but not least, of course, the NFL goes tranny madness in bringing their first quote-unquote female to the cheerleading squad. Of course, it's a dude. What a surprise. Not the first one, and certainly, sadly, and I say this with sadness, won't be the last. As someone who is a NFL fan, someone who is a Philadelphia Eagle fan, I pray that this doesn't hit this team, but I will not be surprised if the ownership went that way because, of course, you have to be progressive, inclusive, diverse, because it is 2022 after all. All 3 stories spew nonsense, garbage, trash, and most importantly, evilness when it comes to how children are exposed to this and then disguise it as normal. It's pathetic. Ugh. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. And we will catch you on the next one. Peace.